So a guy named, and I don't think I'm going to be able to say his name right properly, but it's called something like Peyre or Pierre or something. His name is spelled Peyre. He requested to see Capcom vs SNK on the Dreamcast, so here it is. It's a great 2D fighting game, and you get loads of Capcom's 2D Street Fighter characters in the game, and you get loads of SNK's characters in the game. It came out in 2000, and there's the back of it. It's still got the tag on it which it had on it in the shop. I'll show you the inside. There's a disc and the manual, and I've had to leave myself a little note there which says press X and B together when choosing a character for the edit colour. And the reason why I've had to write that down is because for some bizarre reason it's not explained in the manual, and it took me a long time trying to figure out what you had to do to be able to do that, to be able to choose a character which, you know, where you've edited the colours yourself. And the only way I ended up finding out was to look online, so that's a bit weird. But yeah, let's take a look at Capcom vs SNK on the Dreamcast.
Capcom vs SNK Millennium Fight 2000.
So I'll show you a couple of cool features first. First off, this is the secret mode, and you can actually buy things from the secret shop, like new colours for your characters and X characters and new stages and whatever. Obviously, to be able to buy things you need money, and to earn money you just simply play through the game. And not everything in the shop will be available at first. You do have to fulfill certain requirements as you're playing through the game to unlock new stuff. This is colour edit mode, and this is a really cool feature. You can basically edit the colours of the characters in the game. As you can see, like I'm doing there, there's a palette and everything, and you can actually save that. You can actually save those new colours to your memory pack, and you can play as that character in those colours in the game. And to do that, you just when you select arcade to start the game, you just press X and B together when you select that character, so you can play that character in those colours. So this is a character that I've already edited. I'm just going to load him from the memory pack. There you can see I've just changed the colour of his shorts and made the cut on him look more red. Okay, so onto the arcade mode. So basically you can choose between using a Capcom Groove or an SNK-Groove, and I'll explain more about this later on. Now, the weaker the characters you choose, the more characters you can choose, and the harder the characters you choose, the less characters you're able to choose. And before each stage you can select what order you want to fight those characters in. And on every stage, each stage will have an intro like that. So as you can see, there's two bars at the bottom. Both characters are using the Capcom Groove, and what the Capcom Groove is that every time you hit your opponent, your bar will build up a bit, and once it starts, it will build up in green, and once it starts flashing, that means you can do a super combo. And the more the bar fills up whilst it's flashing, the more powerful your attack will be. The SNK Groove The bar is just one bar. It's not split up into sections, and it will fill up in purple. And to fill the bar up, you need to press two of the. You need to hold down two of the buttons at the same time. And you'll see some of my opponents doing that in the gameplay footage. But as you can see, my bar is now charged, now the first section, so it means I can now do a super combo. And there it is.
Try again, kid. Decide in the order of bounce. Guys.
So yeah, I think this is definitely a great game. I'm not sure how different Capcom vs SNK2 is. I have heard that it's pretty much the same, only it's got a few new levels or something. I'm not sure how true that is, but I don't think this is that cheap on eBay. I think you'll probably have to spend about £16 on it, and for a Dreamcast game on eBay, £16 isn't that cheap. But if you don't have that many 2D fighting games already, then I definitely recommend getting this. It's definitely worth getting. Now, to get the most out of this game, or any 2D fighting game, you'll need to use an arcade stick. Personally, I use the official Dreamcast arcade stick. And it just makes it so much more easier to pull off the special moves and everything. But even with an arcade stick, pulling off a lot of the special moves in this game is it's very difficult. You know, you'll need to put in a lot of practice in order to be able to pull off a lot of the special moves. But yeah, there's not really much else for me to say, to be honest, so I'll just let the gameplay footage speak for itself. So thanks for watching and take it easy.
Yoga fight! Yoga fight!